Hello beautiful people. This video is based on my analysis pertaining to the NEP 2020. Once NEP 2020 is in full swing, what would be the job market like? First and foremost, vocational skills would be given prime importance in the curriculum itself. When we were younger, we would have heard this: if you do not study well, you will end up becoming an electrician or a plumber, driver, carpenter, etc. But this doesn't stand strong any longer, because becoming a carpenter, a driver, or a plumber is also a skill, and this will get its necessary recognition once NEP 2020 rolls out. So there will be a lot of scope for people who are engaged in such kind of jobs, because they are likely to become trainers, and therefore they may have opportunities of dual employment. They may be driving for somebody, but still they may be engaged in a school, or they may have some tie-up with the educational sector where they will impart that particular skill. It may be even carpentry or tailoring or any such things. That's one. Number two, the education technical industry would flourish, because we're talking a lot about technology. So teachers will be forced to use technology, and they would be forced to know about the various tools. For this, we would definitely require trainers who could train teachers with the technical aspect, the digital content, or the digital transformation. So definitely those who are having this IT knowledge, they would have a lot of scope. Even people with coding skills, you may get nice employment, because coding is a part of the NEP. So therefore, you can easily get job opportunities if you are good in coding. So on implementation of the NEP, there will be a transformation in the way the CTET and the TET qualified teachers are recruited. Promotions will be based on merit, and there will be a change in the B.Ed degree, which will become a 4-year degree, and it will be an integrated course. So the teaching methodologies, the teaching concepts, the teaching requirements, everything would be changed. So therefore, the market may require special trainers to train the students who take up the B.Ed course. And there may be even a scope for more trainers who could offer training for teachers to qualify for the TET as well as for the TET. So trainers would get a lot of job opportunities. And under this curriculum, you can see the picture right now. So under this curriculum, which is 5 plus 3 plus 3, are meant for classes from 1 to 8, which are taught by teachers who have qualified either the CTET, which is a Central Teacher Eligibility Test, or any state TET, Teacher Eligibility Test. Well, teachers with the CTET or TET will be required to prepare students for foundational, preparational, and secondary stages. So it's very important for teachers to have these clearances done. For this, trainers would get a lot of opportunity to train such teachers. That's one. The next is language teachers would get a lot of scope in terms of job opportunities, part-time jobs, because the NEP talks about giving training to children in mother tongue, regional language, of course Sanskrit and Hindi. So Sanskrit teachers, Hindi teachers, regional language teachers, you would definitely get good opportunities, multiple opportunities depending on the requirement of the market. So language teachers, you're going to be in demand. In order to apply for promotion, the CTET certificate will be a mandate, and I think even the TET would be a mandate. So therefore, we will have teachers flocking to such training institutions to get themselves trained, or to get themselves on par with what is required for the job market. The next is New Education Technological Forum, which is the NETF. Well, again, technology will be in place with a lot of digital content, digital transformation, use of multiple apps, tools, etc. So we would require people with good digital knowledge. So trainers, again, you would be in demand, and part-time jobs also will be, provided to you, because teachers would have to acquire the necessary skills and make themselves technologically strong. The next is NEP will help children become a 3D coordinate, which means it talks about children developing, innovation as well as creativity along with their subjective knowledge. So the multidisciplinary approach will instill a lot of innovation, inquiry-driven, discovery-oriented, learner-centered, decision-based mode of learning. Some factor is, since the transmission is going to take place in this academic session, the government should keep in mind about the people who are already employed, and there should be measures in place to make sure that the employed people don't get unemployed during this transmission. And by 2030, we are supposed to achieve this target. So in this, what I call the transmission phase, we should not be affected. So everything should be done systematically. For example, currently a person with a teacher training certificate could get an employment in any school. But with the NEP, there's going to be a demand for a B.Ed with a 4-year course, and that too integrated course. So what happens to the people with the teacher training certificate in hand, or the person with a B.Ed certificate in hand? So the employment should not be focused only on what the NEP currently demands. Instead, it should also cater to what was once required by the same government, because it was required by the government in the past. People have invested their time, money and energy, doing the courses, and they got the employment, and some are still to get. So during this transmission, people of this category also should be kept in mind. Ultimately, we look forward to a beautiful India, a multi-skilled India.